Good evening. Thank you so much for choosing the national broadcaster. We do apologize for that technical hitch and a delay as far as this newscast is concerned, a few minutes past the hour of 8. My name is Sandra Kahunde, coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue, and joining me for sign language interpretation, I'm having Mohammed Mugalu. Now, straight into activities as far as this 9th day of July 2023 is concerned, starting with the head of state, President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has earmarked over 1 billion Uganda shillings for the establishment of the presidential model farm in Waki District, eastern Uganda. A senior private secretary to the President on Women Affairs, Judith Awichu, says the farm is expected to skill women and youths on the 7 pillars of parish development model.
Women and youth from 8 sub-regions of eastern Uganda are gearing up to benefit from a presidential model farm that is being established in Waki District.
The president, being the father for the nation, he minds a lot about Ugandans. He really wants to empower Ugandans economically. He took up the initiative, asked the women what they really wanted. Then the women said, Your Excellency, if you offered us a model farm, it will act as a training center, and we shall get skills. We can also benefit.
Agriculture experts from the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal Industry and Fisheries highlighted some of the enterprises that are suitable for the farm.
Mainly livestock, poultry, and then on the other side, we come in with infrastructure that is supportive of the enterprises that the women group has thought to develop.
Local leaders welcomed the initiative, describing it as a timely intervention of empowering vulnerable women and youth in eastern Uganda and the rest of the country.
It will now help the people here to be empowered, actually add more value in their crops, particularly maize. We've been selling maize when it is raw to our neighboring city, Mbali. But when we have, for example, a ready market in the name of model farm, why not? So this is going to be an area that all of us should be able to tap in.
Women and youth from Teso, Bugisu, Bukedi and Sebei sub-regions hail President Yoweri Museveni for the support, expected to be a life game changer.
I want to take this opportunity to thank the President of the Republic of Uganda, His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, who has awarded us this gift. We call it a gift from God because you are very aware a woman doesn't own land.
The women will be helping, supporting their husbands to make sure that even school fees is paid for the children, because I will not be waiting for my husband to bring a half kilo of meat. When for me, I'm already empowered. I have maize, I have food reserves in the house.
Joseph Oko, UBC.
South Sudan ambassador to Uganda has blamed recent denial of access of Uganda's export to South Sudan on saboteurs seeking to ruin the relationship the two countries enjoy. Ambassador Joange Adeg also notes that South Sudan has signed a power sale agreement with Uganda to have Uganda's surplus power exported to South Sudan. This was during celebrations to observe South Sudan independence at an event officiated by Minister for Relief, Disaster Preparedness and Refugees Engineer Hilary Onek.
South Sudanese hosted our brothers and sisters and the government of Uganda, and I've mentioned few visitors operate within the laws of your host government, so that when another South Sudanese is seen on the road, people will want to welcome them and they are not seen as troublemakers.
Our Bureau of Standard, Ambassador Excellency, make sure Bureau of Standard of South Sudan, you have Bureau of Standard.
Yes, we do.
Together with our Bureau of Standard Uganda, certify any goods that leave our country and go to South Sudan, so that we are sure of the quality that is going to our country. We are ready to amicably discuss and sort out any challenges that may impede our bilateral trade. We recognize the vital importance of fostering robust economic ties between our nations, for it is through such cooperation that we can unlock the immense potential that lies within our shared borders and also in our continent.
Do pardon me. Now, the next update coming through for this very newscast, residents of Kakunyu and Nsekwa villages in Waki District are celebrating after getting back their land from one Dr. Apollo Kagwa Lutakome, who had evicted and destroyed their property. Now, this followed a timely intervention of State Minister for Lands, Dr. Sam Mayanja.
The Bishop of Northwest Ankole Diocese, Amos Magezi, has expressed concern over the danger faced by children in today's world and advised Christians to address these issues. His
children of God, because he never created any, and so he wishes them to die. He wishes them to suffer. If you remember John chapter 10 verse 10, he says that the thief comes to steal, to kill and destroy.
Said God's plan for every child is to have a fulfilling life, but cautioned against the devil's attempts to disrupt this divine plan.
Because if a child has been subjected to drugs, that child will not be sober to concentrate on studies. And if a child does not study, then don't expect the future for that child.
The bishop led the groundbreaking ceremony for a new resource center valued at over 3 billion shillings. This initiative aims at providing essential life skills training to vulnerable girls in southwestern Uganda. The founder and director of Grace Villa expressed gratitude for the support received from the community and credited God's grace for their journey. Several girls who have benefited from Grace Villa also shared their stories, expressing heartfelt gratitude for the home that restored their hope. The event successfully rose over 1 billion shillings and pledged to support the establishment of a resource center for vulnerable girls.
Now, moving on. The Uganda Muslim Teacher Association has trained students from 50 schools with the aim of eliminating barriers to learning and crime in schools. The president of the association, Ajiri Namirembe, said the eradication of bad habits in schools should be done together as leaders.
The President Uganda Muslim Teacher Association has stressed that inculcating of good morals among learners is critical in making them better people. She was speaking at a workshop that attracted over 500 students from 50 schools at Uganda Muslim Teacher Association headquarters, with the aim of eradicating bad habits in schools that lead to domestic violence if not addressed. The theme of the workshop focuses on training leaders to prevent children from using drugs and other addictions in schools.
This generation is affected with so many challenges, especially behavior challenges. For example, drug addiction, we have homosexuality in schools, so we don't want to hide anything. We know these are obvious challenges affecting our institutions.
The head of the association, Ajiri Namirembe, said the program will be held annually in an effort to nurture responsible leaders.
And this is a bridge. The prefects are usually the bridge between the students and the school administrators. But if these two prefects do not have the right skills to manage the issues, the school may end up even losing on so many things in terms of quality, performance, in terms of the number of students in the school. The indisciplinary cases shall rise.
Makerere University's Dr. Lukwago Ismail, who led the training, urged the government to invest in training future leaders as they will understand the problems of the next generation.
Challenges of future leadership. And we have told them that you cannot be a leader unless you are able to lead yourself. You cannot be a leader unless you know what is taking place around yourself. And leadership is about influencing other people. Leadership is not about acquiring personal benefit from your positions, because that is what is currently happening. Our people stand for leadership positions for which they don't even know why they should have stood, or they don't even know what those leadership positions require of them. And therefore, we have had this training to try to equip our these younger people for leadership of today and leadership of tomorrow.
Face a lot of challenges personally at the Edgar Middle Secondary School. First and foremost, I faced a challenge of disrespectful among students and fellow prefects. Students fail to respect us. Secondly, some students feel as if they are not contented with us, the new cabinet. They think the other cabinet is better than this current prefects. Now, if we discuss the ideas, also we have to get at solutions that the challenges we face, whereby I'll also improve in my schools and each and everything among leadership.
Ivan Juko, Patrick Mugera for UBC.
Now, updates coming through from a sad story. The body of city tycoon Apollo Nyingamehe, popularly known as Amponye, has on Sunday, 9th July 2023, arrived at his home in Lobawa, Mashindye, Sabagambo Division, where family, friends and relatives will pay their last tribute to him, as well as hosting it for a night vigil. Amponye lost life on Thursday night of 6th July 2023 in a fatal accident along Untunga Mombarara Highway.
It is with deep sorrow that the family and friends of the late city tycoon Apollo Nyingamehe received his body in the afternoon of Sunday, 9th July 2023 at his Makindye-based home. Already present at his Rwanda-based home were family members, friends and relatives.
I would like really to confirm that on your behalf, everybody here, the business community pledged to do whatever it takes for Apollo to have a befitting send-off.
The Deputy Speaker of Parliament, Thomas Tayewa, has and he is still among those who have stood with the family of the late Aponye ever since the time of his demise. However, mourners cut across all walks of life.
Abakozi bebona nabachimanya kuna bendya utayisa tuzechoro orwamkaga banteresumu ngumze yahumara.
The body of the late Aponye will now lie at his residence for a night vigil until Monday, 10th July 2023. Robert Nyango, UBC News.
We shall keep you posted, and may his soul continue to rest in eternal peace. In other updates, President Yoweri Museveni and President Paul Kagame of Rwanda have been praised for their instrumental roles in fostering, enduring and harmonious relations between the two neighboring countries. The commendation came during the commemoration of the 29th Liberation Day anniversary, which took place at the residence of the Rwandan High Commissioner in Kololo and numerous dignitaries from the diplomatic corps. The State Minister for Trade, Harriet Ntabazi, graced the occasion as the chief guest.
The commemoration of the 29th Rwanda Liberation Day anniversary has been marked in Kampala at a ceremony held at the residence of the Rwanda High Commissioner to Uganda in Kololo. The Rwandan High Commissioner to Uganda provided a captivating account of Rwanda's political journey, highlighting the challenges overcome and the remarkable progress made. He expressed his delight at the strengthened bilateral relations between Uganda and Rwanda.
To say that our bilateral relations are now excellent, as manifested, as manifested in visits by both our presidents. In April last year, His Excellency Paul Kagame, the President of the Republic of Rwanda, visited Uganda and had meetings with His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, where they exchanged ideas on different bilateral issues and regional matters. About 3 months ago, exactly on March 22nd to March 24th, our two ministries of foreign affairs carried out a very successful 11th session of the Uganda-Rwanda Joint Permanent Commission, JPC, which was held in Kigali.
Trade Minister Harriet Ntabazi in her address praised Rwanda's immense as a young nation and stressed the importance of learning valuable lessons from the country's successes. She assured Rwanda of Uganda's unwavering cooperation and support, acknowledging the historical ties that bind the two nations.
As the Minister of State for Trade, Industry and Cooperatives in charge of trade, the trade that has shaped the economies of both countries, I want to appreciate the efforts and express my sincere and extend my congratulations to the government of the Republic of Rwanda on this very specious day, the Independence Day.
Rwanda gained independence in July 1962 and the liberation was achieved on July 4, 1994, marking the end of political and social turmoil, persecution, segregation and sectarianism targeting the Tutsi community. Sharon Chomdisha, UBC News.
Now, moving on, instilling theoretical knowledge in learners may be good, but harnessing talent is equally better. This is why State Minister for Fisheries Helen Adowa wants academics married with promoting talent to produce more job creators. Adowa was speaking as guest of honor at a sports day event at Teso Primary School in Rwanda District, where she challenged parents to nurture their children well.
It is a word for parents.
Not everyone should be everybody.
An appeal to pupils and students.
You must discover yourself.
And an upload for the government.
They have seen that a child should be well balanced.
This is what transpired at Teso Primary School in Rwanda District. Pupils proved to the country that talent could be a close sister to academics. Smart like army officers, they were organized and coordinated like trained Navy personnel. This is what they displayed to the excitement of revelers of the day. State Minister for Fisheries Helen Adowa was the chief guest.
When you are active now, you will always be active. You will not have time to waste. And you will always have a dream to be somewhere. So my babies, continue dreaming. You're very smart.
Adowa, herself a teacher by training and profession, once more emphasis put on co-curricular activities as prioritized in the new education curriculum by government.
They have seen that a child should be well balanced. We just don't need academicians. We must bring a child in a wholesome way.
By doing so, this could be an avenue for nurturing capable and quality leadership in future.
It gives morale to a parent who pays fees, not just to be bombarded every time you come to the school. You are told your child has not done well in maths, your child has not done well in English. But when you see your child commanding a parade, when you see your child smart, not the same kind of uniform, it helps a parent to be motivated.
In agreement with the minister, our pupils, teachers and religious leaders.
Even if you become weak in academics, your talent exposes you and you go ahead being exposed to different worlds.
These activities of sports prunes children's character because when they love their activity, they will behave well.
The occasion to harness talent featured athletics, tongue twisters and somersaulting, among other leisure activities. Henry Okrut, UBC.
Officials from different hospitals in Uganda participated in a two-day comprehensive training program organized by the director Mbale Hospital. The training held at the Civil Service College in Jinja focused on reflecting on past performance and shaping the future of healthcare in the region.
Health officials from different hospitals in Uganda participated in a two-day training held at the Civil Service College under the theme Reflecting on Performance and Shaping the Future. The training aimed to enhancing skills and knowledge of health officials to meet the evolving needs of the community was conceived by the director Mbale Hospital and held at the Civil Service College Jinja.
It will enable us to team build since we are all away from the hospital. We are sitting here having a frank discussion. We're also going to have a frank assessment of how we have performed. So where we have performed well, we shall of course recognize that. But also where we have performed poorly, we're also going to try and dissect the reasons as why we have performed poorly in those areas and also come up with strategies to see how we can improve our performance.
The program emphasized the importance of continuous learning and improvement in healthcare service delivery. The training sessions covered a wide range of topics, including the latest advancements in medical treatments, patient care techniques, healthcare management, and effective communication strategies.
Because the hospital is not a market, although it has clients. If they want, let them go and have pharmacies outside there and sell their medicine.
Expert facilitators, including renowned medical professionals and experienced administrators, were invited to share their insights and experiences with the participants. The director, Mbale Hospital, Dr. Stephen Obo, along with a team of senior staff members, actively participated in the training sessions. Their presence highlighted the hospital's commitment to professional development and its dedication to providing quality healthcare services to the community.
As a management of the hospital, are determined to improve the performance of the hospital and to serve our population better. We recognize the areas where we may not be doing so well, and that we basically want to look at those areas and see how we can improve. We're also working on strategies that we can have to engage better with the public. For example, we want to strengthen our complaints and compliments desk.
In addition to knowledge sharing, the training also emphasized the importance of teamwork, collaboration and innovation in healthcare settings. Participants were encouraged to think critically and creatively to find solutions for the complex healthcare challenges they may encounter. The Commissioner Civil Service College, Sylvia Mugwanya, committed to supporting such training programs to improve capacity building in different ministries in Uganda.
We want to thank you, one, for taking that decision, but also understanding the importance of getting your team together and rethink of where you want to go, especially when the financial year is just starting. I think that gives great sense, and the leadership, I think, knows what they want to see this team do, especially in the times we are working in now.
The health officials expressed their gratitude to Director Mbale Hospital for organizing such a valuable program. They acknowledged that the training had equipped them with new skills and knowledge, enabling them to better serve the healthcare needs of the local population.
There are referrals many, but how can we come out of these referrals if there are many? They are referring them over what? There are so many areas of research, and I know when we come together like this, I feel good.
The negative comments positively. It is not to pin anyone, but it is to better our service.
As the healthcare officials return to their respective roles, it is expected that the training will have a positive impact on the overall healthcare services provided. They look forward to implementing the knowledge gained during the training workshop to enhance patient outcomes and shape a brighter future for healthcare in the region. Sudat Kaye and Vincent Wamundu, UBC News.
A new report on the development and use of community scorecard for monitoring health services has shed light on the state of healthcare in Uganda. The report, conducted in collaboration with various civil society organizations since 2018, emphasizes a need to provide information to address the lack of awareness among the public.
The Director General of the Uganda AIDS Commission, Nelson Musoba, has highlighted the importance of this initiative, expressing concern that people are unsure about what actions to take.
I have been informed that this civil society scorecard assessment was conducted to provide evidence to inform policy and programming necessary to improve service delivery for HIV and AIDS, TB, malaria, gender and human rights, reproductive, maternal, newborn, child and adolescent health, and improve social accountability among the community.
Dr. Vincent Bagambe, also from the Uganda AIDS Commission, supported the report's credibility based on testimonies gathered and assured that both the government and civil society organizations would promptly address the findings.
This will also further increase the relationship or improve the relationship between civil society organizations and the districts. And the districts will be recognized as entities that actually support Uganda AIDS Commission in the coordination.
The report examined the affordability and accessibility of healthcare services at local facilities. It revealed both positive and negative aspects of health service delivery in Uganda.
We envisage that this scorecard will enable us to boost the quality of services that are being delivered, especially in the facilities where we've already been. We have seen a high response where the districts themselves and the health in charges have taken up the task to see that they improve the quality of services and where they are looking for support where they were not doing well.
While progress in HIV prevention efforts was commendable, there were concerns about the negative perception surrounding access to services among communities. The report also focused on districts with high rates of sexual activities, HIV and malaria.
Because of expert clients, VHTs, we've realized that because of that community structure, we are able to provide services closer to the people, but also to make sure that communities are involved in decision making.
By analyzing these regions, researchers aimed to identify gaps in service provision and propose measures to improve access. The launch of this comprehensive report serves as a call to action for the government and civil society organizations to work together in addressing the identified issues. It underscores the ongoing need to enhance healthcare delivery in Uganda and ensure that quality services are accessible to all. Sudat Kaye, UBC News.
Some schools in the country have marked the World Holy Childhood Day, also known as the World Mission Day for Children. The day is an annual observance dedicated to promoting awareness and support to children through quality education and spiritual guidance.
The Holy Childhood Day, also known as the World Mission Day for Children, celebrated, focuses on supporting education initiatives, vocational trainings to empower children become active participants. In schools that we visited, Progressive Secondary School in Chitintale, students participated in core curricular activities to mark the day.
It's the power of modernity. It's eating us, draining away our roots, diverting us from doing what is right.
The day encourages the active involvement of children to put more emphasis in their role as agents of change and raise awareness to support their peers.
To help the learners perform and then kind of discover their talents. I have appreciated the boys who have actively got involved in the participation, and I believe the future is bright for them.
Parents have been urged to monitor and get involved in their children's activities to boost their participation in school activities.
The talent is something important and very interesting for them.
What I've liked about this co-cultural activity, because it helps us a lot to freshen up our minds. We get ready for academics and at the ready time.
The day was marked under the theme, Inculcating Culture in the Formal Education. Lydia Chomkama, Robert Katamba, UBC News.
The state developing patriots who would be the pillars of leadership and democracy and need to start at an early stage are the senior educationists at All Saints Junior School, Nantaba. Nantaba says it is the school policy to nurture learners into leadership skills to set a precedent for good governance. He was speaking at the inauguration of the prefect's body.
I swear in the name of the Almighty God that I will uphold the All Saints Junior School.
Embracing democratic practices at a tender age is a good leadership nurturing of the youth as a passage of life in the leadership processes. Schools need a policy targeting producing a holistic individual with values of continuity for a secure nation. At All Saints Junior School, Namataba, the administrators say developing leadership skills in learners sets space for a secure nation.
At All Saints Junior School, we endeavor to have a holistic training of our youngsters in the different disciplines besides, of course, academics, character development, and an overall talent development projects. Leadership is one of the qualities we want to inculcate in our children at this early age. If we don't start it at this stage, it will never be developed when we're adults.
This was during the inauguration of the 2023-24 prefect's body. The process started with a procession before the 28th team prefect's body was sworn in by Council Ndagire Sarah and blessed by Reverend Father Henry Wamala of Kichwa Parish, Lugazi Diocese.
Counting, tallying and declaration of results was done. The commission implored the unsatisfied candidates to petition the commission. The petitions were handled peacefully, and as we speak now, there is no candidate to challenge this swearing-in ceremony.
In of our new prefectorial body, I first want to congratulate.
I swear in the name of the Almighty Allah.
The new body was later blessed to start work.
You do to these little ones, it will be the same thing they will be able to do for their children. Always support them.
The head teacher, Francis Banya, said teachers are made and not born, and called upon parents to support their children.
When these children are developed with character and behavior, with academic excellence, we know God-loving, we know they can make, or they will make very good citizens of this country.
I contested for the post of head prefect, and I won the post of head prefect. I felt very good. It was a big struggle.
The person I contested, there was the same post. I won her by 3 points. Be kind to them. I'll serve them well.
I contested for this post of head boy because I knew that I'm famous in this school and I will win.
3, 1, and 0.
Inculcating leadership values into young people at an early stage will ensure a smooth transition into democracy. Abiona Francisco, UBC News.
And in talking news, MTN has improved on their data voice bundles. You can now call across all networks for the same price. We've talked to several eyewitnesses on the ground, and this is what one of them had to say.
Amos, did you hear about the MTN daily voice bundles?
So, to join many more other Ugandans enjoying these MTN daily voice bundles, dial *100 *21# or use the My MTN app to start enjoying. Stay tuned for more offers from MTN.
Attention coffee farmers, traders and processors. Uganda Coffee Development Authority has important advice for a successful harvest season. Pick only red farm cherries to achieve good weight and high quality coffee. For natural processing, dry coffee on tarpaulin, concrete or clothing to avoid mold growth. Avoid heaping coffee on the floor. Store coffee in jute bags and in ventilated rooms on wooden pallets. For more information on good harvest practices, visit your nearest extension worker or Uganda Coffee Development Authority offices.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. His reason is to be the GOAT. The reason to imagine is to take the beat and make it lit. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
Uganda's oil and gas projects are providing opportunities for international certification and employment in various disciplines. 12,000 Ugandans have received global oil industry training and international certification in welding, heavy goods vehicle driving, and scaffolding, among others. 6 public and private institutions have received international accreditation and certification from industry bodies such as City and Guilds, ECITB, OPITO, AWS and NEBOSH. 250 government officers from various ministries and agencies have trained in oil and gas related disciplines such as petroleum engineering, geosciences, law and economics. 71,300 Ugandans are currently employed in the sector. The National Oil and Gas Talent Register provides visibility to Ugandans with skills and competencies for possible employment in the oil and gas sector. Registration is free. The Petroleum Authority of Uganda, creating lasting value in Uganda's oil journey.
Dear Airtel customer, we know that there are days when unexpected stays in hospital stand in the way of your family's welfare. That is why Hospital Center is here to give you up to 100,000 shillings every night you spend in hospital. Hospital Center also offers up to 4 million in funeral benefit. Dial star 185 star 7 star 6 hash to purchase Hospital Center on Airtel Money for as little as 1,000, 3,000 or 5,000 shillings a month. Your cover for the first 1 month is free. Hospital Center is underwritten by Prudential and powered by Turaco. Prudential and Turaco are regulated by the Insurance Regulatory Authority of Uganda. Airtel Money is regulated by the Bank of Uganda.
The biggest, the baddest East Africa. Yeah! Come participate at the East African Christian Marathon for a prayer run on the 13th of August 2023 at the Lugogo Hockey Grounds. Come represent your family at the prayer run and run for a good cause to build the first call center, which will be East Africa's virtual listener. Come for the prayer run alongside your pastors, leaders, representatives from Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Congo, South Sudan, and of course Uganda. Participate with Honorable Captain Mike Mukula, who is the chief runner and patron. Do not miss out on this opportunity. Make your donation for your kid now from 20,000, 30,000 and 100,000 Uganda shillings, because runs change the world. For more details, call 0781 885 055 or visit our website at www.eastafricachristianmarathon.org. Proudly sponsored by PKF, UBC, Venro Health, Aquafina, and Moving Preacher.
Iwakato, this is a quick call. I'm almost out of minutes. Now, the center.
Why rush through such important conversations? Airtel Uganda has made it possible for you to call across all networks in Uganda at the best rates with the new Bona voice bundles. Stay connected anytime, anywhere, with minutes valid for calls on all networks. Dial star 100 star 1 hash and select call all networks.
Airtel, a reason to imagine.
Welcome back. Good to know that you're watching and following this newscast. Now a look at a business this Sunday evening. With Chinese being the world's most widely spoken language and China being the leading world business hub, many nations are realigning themselves the socialist economy for trade and business. In Uganda, the teaching of Chinese language and culture seems to be the beginning of a bright future in business between Uganda and China. A team of businessmen and traders from Yiwu International Trade City under the Uganda Yiwu Chamber of Commerce are in Uganda to set up different business enterprises in partnership with Ugandans.
Of traders and business owners from Yiwu International Trade City of China has donated assorted scholastic items to needy students of Luyanzi Institute of Technology, Bweyogerere. According to the chairman, Uganda-China Friendship Association and director, Luyanzi Institute of Technology, Engineer Ayub Soma, this gesture is part of the long-term understanding with the Chinese community.
China is having the fastest growing economy in the world today. Now, with that background, any country that is still in the development stage, that is not taking advantage to align itself with this kind of economy, then it will lag behind. And therefore, it's from this focus that at Luyanzi Institute of Technology, we are aligning the Ugandans to benefit from this.
Engineer Ayub Soma expressed gratitude to the Chinese businessmen and traders for their relationship, saying it is a great milestone in the efforts to cement the brotherhood between Uganda and China.
Because we all know that we are having now very many Chinese companies here. We are having, today we are having about 3 industrial parks. More industrial parks are coming up. Now, all these, they will require skills. Now, it is important that we as Luyanzi Institute of Technology, we ensure that we promote skills development plus Chinese language.
Uganda government, through the Ministry of Education, embarked on teaching Chinese language as part of the secondary school's syllabus, and over 150 teachers were trained to carry out the Chinese choreography.
I would like to appreciate your help that you have always rendered to us every day.
Promoting language together with skills so that we are able to contribute to the development of society.
The president of Uganda Yiwu Chamber of Commerce, Je Yo Ming, says the donation worth over 36 million shillings from the Chinese people is a sign of strong relationship with Uganda.
怎么说呢？这是我们义乌人的精神。我们义乌人是一个波兰鼓的
Basically, the spirit of the Yiwu people. Because when we are very young, we are educated and we are learned that we need to do things. We need to do the good things. So this is basically the Yiwu spirit.
With now many Ugandans yearning to learn Chinese language and culture, no doubt that trade relationship between the sister states is going to improve. Aviona Francisco, UBC News.
More business talk. Roofings Group, a leading steel manufacturer in Uganda and the East African region, is making significant strides towards establishing a new steel manufacturing plant to cater for both local and international markets. During the visit of the Presidential CEO Forum with Dr. Brenda Tibamwenda representing Chairperson Barbara Mulwana, Roofings Group unveiled its ambitious plans for the new plant.
The establishment of this facility is expected to meet the growing demand for steel products and generate over 1,000 job opportunities. Stuart Jason Mwesigwa, Corporate Affairs Manager of Roofings Group, shared this exciting news and highlighted the positive impact it will have on the local economy.
Most of our equipment is modern technology. There are a number of departments who have taken you where you would need, say, 20 workers. You find you have only one lady operating that whole department or one gentleman. But that doesn't mean that it is because of automation we are killing jobs. No, there are other jobs that are created out of using automated equipment. But what are we doing? Technology is evolving very fast, and we also want to be efficient.
The Presidential CEO Forum praised Roofing Group for its dedication to investing in modern technology, enabling them to manufacture high-quality products.
So we have come here to see what Ugandans actually can do. Of late, the President has picked special interests in the steel and iron industry, steel sector, and we wanted to see what Ugandans have been able to do. And what we have seen from the two entities, we have actually seen that Ugandans are doing great things. With the two entities, there is a lot of employment going on. In total, for the two entities, I think there's been about over 3,000 capacity employment. For roofings, I think there was about over 1,000 people employed. And for steel and tube, there was about, if I remember correctly, 3,000 plus more persons directly and indirectly employed.
Sheikh Arif, the group CEO of Roofings Group, discussed the key challenges that need to be addressed to reduce the cost of doing business.
Looking at a bigger picture, we would also look how to reach to the neighboring states by using the lake. We had one ship. Now there is a second ship in operation. There are plans to have 2 more ships. What does it mean is our goods can go to Port Bell and go to Mwanza, Kisumu in a very effective way.
By expanding their manufacturing capacity, Roofings Group aims to optimize production efficiency and enhance competitiveness in both local and export markets. Currently, Roofings Group's products are predominantly consumed locally, accounting for 60% of their output, while 45% is exported. The establishment of the new plant underscores their commitment to job creation and meeting the increasing demand for steel products. The initiative by Roofings Group not only boosts economic growth but also showcases their dedication to sustainable development and fostering employment opportunities in Uganda. Sudat Kaye and Adia Nakuti, UBC News.
Moving on, the Presidential Advisor on Exports and Industry Development, Odrek Rabogo, has urged farmers to form associations and work together to meet the global market demand. He said this during the training conference at a Tororo Municipal Council in Tororo District, where he met with leaders at various levels and farmers during a training session on improving the quality and value addition on farm produce.
Leaders and farmers from the districts of Tororo, Busia, Butaleja, Budaka and Palisa have been trained on how to improve the quality of farm yields. They were taught the importance of improving the quality and adding value to their farm yields and to form comparatives.
Now we've got about $800 million, where America makes that.
Former Labour MP Asha Wilson Owere said they needed Tororo Airport to be renovated to facilitate sales and a flow of tourists to their area.
I wanted to convince the president so that the headquarters of East Africa comes to Tororo. And that is a very big market. Now, upgrading of our airstrip must start, and I want you to take it and convince the president.
The Presidential Advisor on Exports and Industry Development, Odrek Rabogo, said that with proper preparation, there is a huge market for Ugandan crops, including barley, fruits and coffee.
The most beautiful fertile lands here. If you speak of market, a stone throw away in Kenya, you have a market of Uganda and East Africa. If you speak of water, if you speak of natural resources, if you speak of young people, talent, capacity is there.
He said they will work with the responsible authorities to improve the airstrip to ensure that farmers are taught how to form groups in order to improve the quality of their products for the market.
Country, this is my community, and I must protect it, starting with production.
They also visited Busoga farmers, where they interacted with the Busoga Cooperative Union members. Sylvia Achebet, the regional representative, explained that it had collapsed due to past wars, but is now being revamped.
Growers Union to see if they can also benefit from these efforts that we are working with all stakeholders in this coffee value chain to bring the coffee from the farmers up to the international level.
Jamil Sekaja, Wycliffe Modach, UBC News.
MTN Uganda ne Uganda waraji bakusako manrane chikona tena tekobo seko season yakuna savu July kuma mal papa's hall osasule kwa MTN mobile money osasula gumu chitundu MTN osasule nega komitano nika sistemu kagatano stamu enda munana hasha kwa MTN ofune tiketi yokati wabula kumulyango osasule mitwale 2 yepe mitwale 5 atemeza ya milioni 2 munana July kodi hotel mkono mwenda July nikan resort elweza 15 July France Africa Jinja abiri mbili July Maria Flema Saka abiri mwenda July Afro Club Sangati ate yo noku yingira mutwalo obujinidwa mu sente Talent Africa Victoria University Suzu Property Consultants Pepsi Max Uganda Waraji ne
MTN. Road traffic crashes is one of the leading causes of death among young people aged 5 and 29 years. In 2022, Uganda registered 21,473 crashes, out of which 4,534 people died and 15,227 seriously injured. 22 people die every 100 crashes, and on average, we lose 12 people daily. Legacy Road Safety Initiative, in partnership with KCCA, Ministry of Works and Transport, Ministry of Health, Uganda Police Force, Red Cross, Rosaku, Boda Boda Industry Uganda, have organized the second Road Safety Marathon for the crash victims to help create awareness, build cohesion among stakeholders, train first responders at black spots, and support a health facility. The marathon will take place on the 23rd of July 2023, starting at 7 a.m. from Nakasero Primary School grounds. Book your kits at 25,000 from Legacy Road Safety Initiative offices located at Old Kampala Chicken House, 2nd floor, room 18, or 8th Street, Safeway, Rightway offices, Total Energies, Ovino Mall, Boda Boda Industry Uganda, or visit www.lrs-initiative.org to register. Call 0752 605 479 or 0776 598 817 or 0414 698 675. Proudly powered by Daxi Driving School and Wava Water. Run to save a limb.
This is the University of Africa. On the streets, you get your real education. Here, everybody has a degree of something. But the most important qualification is imagination. His reason is to be the GOAT. The reason to imagine is to take the beat and make it lit. So no matter what your situation, just use your imagination.
Pleasure to have your company once again. Still coming to you live from Broadcast House, Nile Avenue. Now to sports before we let you go enjoy your evening. Uganda Prisons Assistant Commissioner General Hilary Bisaga has applauded institutions like Mount St. Mary's College Namagunga for their involvement in sports. This was during the institution's Sports Day celebrations.
Contrary to what many think, Mount St. Mary's College Namagunga, which is one of Uganda's oldest and grandest post-primary institutions, shines beyond academic excellence. This has been exemplified during the college's 2023 Sports Day, at which the girls were excellent in football, athletics and cycling, among others.
They played football, they played hockey, they played basketball, they played netball, lawn tennis, badminton, table tennis, chess, throws. In the throws we have shot put, javelin and discus.
The Sports Day was graced by Uganda Prisons Assistant Commissioner General Hilary Bisaga.
Developing talent begins at a young age, and this is the right place to identify talent. So developing sports at school levels is one of the things the government should do, because we cannot get great sportsmen and women just from the community. You need to get to source them from organized communities like schools, like armed forces, and so forth.
The school head teacher, Reverend Sister Regina Nabawanuka, confirms that aside from embracing the lower education curriculum, Namagunga has historically engaged in sports like hockey at national level.
Sports makes the girls physically fit. It helps them in a lot of things. It creates unity, and just the way you can see, it relieves them from the stress of books. And also we know that these days sports is one of the subjects that we have in the new curriculum, and we are looking forward to producing great sports ladies for the country and for the world.
Okay, does it stop here, or they have a future?
No, they have a future, because our sports teams, for example, hockey, lawn tennis, basketball, badminton, participated in the regional, in the zonal, the national, and now 2 teams are going for the East African Games in Rwanda.
The sports day competition was between the houses of Orion, Vega, Triton and Aquila that emerged victorious after collecting 212 points.
We won last year and we also won this year. This is due to the many years of losses we had. We had like 20 years of losses. But once we won we do not want to stop winning. We want to keep on winning. So we get more points to our runners and other field games. Yes.
Well, those are some of the updates for this particular hour. Join me yet again at the hour of 10 p.m. for more updates coming your way this Sunday evening. My name is Sandra Kahunde, and I was joined by Muhammad Mugalu for the sign language interpretation. Greetings from the team behind the scene. Keep watching the National Broadcaster. God bless you.
To the latest weather updates from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. My name is Juliet Nanteza. Most parts of the country had bright and sunny conditions, and this is due to the rain belt shifting further west of Africa, leaving us with clear skies. As we prepare for your week ahead, we expect morning to be with bright and sunny conditions, that is for central, east, west and north. Then later on we expect temperatures to rise up to 29 in Nakasongola. Kampala we expect temperatures to rise to 28 and Masaka. Eastern we expect temperatures to rise to 29 in Jinja and Tororo. Soroti we expect temperatures to rise to 30. Western we expect Kasese to be with 30, Masindi to be with 29 and Kabale to be with a maximum of 26. In the north we expect most areas to be at 30, apart from Arua where we expect temperatures to rise to 29. Elsewhere, Dubai, we expect bright and sunny conditions at a maximum of 41. Nairobi, we expect a maximum of 23 with sunny intervals. Cairo, we expect a maximum of 37 with sunny conditions. And London, we expect a maximum of 24 with cloudy conditions. That's all we had for you from Uganda National Meteorological Authority. Have a blessed week ahead.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Previously, in most of these areas that we had prioritized, farmers would produce.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Youth of Purpose.
Hello, welcome to Youth of Purpose, a show that is here to give you a platform as a young person to be able to transform your life, but also put a brick in transforming Uganda and making sure that we become a better country. My name is Ivan Tumukunde. Welcome to the show. Today we're going to be looking at non-communicable diseases, and majorly we're going to be focusing on cancer. To to understand. And majorly, we're going to be focusing on cancer to understand what's up with this disease and what can we be able to do as young people to avoid it and get all information that concerns the disease of cancer. Welcome to the show. And with me, I have a great friend who is a victim of cancer. He's going to be sharing with us his experience, what he has been going through, and basically, how is he being able to manage whatever he is going through. Angus, welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Yeah, you said it's
Wow.
a
Non-communicable disease.
Yeah, but it communicates.
Yes.
For the little time I've been in this, I've found it communicates because things are not easy as they used to be before. You know, as this Angus that was doing a lot of projects, I was into teenage pregnancy by then when I was leading Kugonza Youth of Uganda,
Wow.
in the youth politics of Uganda by then.
You are very, very active. That's what I can remember.
In those good days of politics at campus and
Yes.
all that side. But I found out cancer is one thing that is killing most of the young people, and we are living it at that. People don't want to come and speak about this, yet a lot of young people are dying.
Before we actually even go to the disease, tell us about yourself. You have so much of life that I wouldn't want us to leave out and run straight to the disease. Tell us about yourself.
Once again, my name is Angus Masasira. I come from the Antonde Kawarakashaga Mumurumwenda, specifically Mumurumwenda, like branch number 9. Yeah.
Yes.
It's my home. I'm a proud fellow of the Antonde. I'm a Christian. I really thank God. If it hasn't been for God, I don't think I would make it 28th December, because on 28th December in Turkey, it's when I saw my life going.
Wow.
Those 2 weeks of being on oxygen, and I couldn't breathe well. Things were bad. Yeah, but I must say, I don't know where to start. It happened that it was a 19 September last year. God had blessed me with a new job.
Wow.
At the airport. Then I faint.
You fainted at work?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was my first time in life to faint, I think, also. So my friends took me to the hospital. When they checked, they said I had ulcers.
Wow.
The doctor will let us know the ulcers that cause cancer. And as family, we said that couldn't be true because I eat on time.
Yes.
I'm this guy that has appetite.
You eat.
Yeah, and as just I had said, God has been with me, that I don't want to say I had never missed out on a meal. Maybe if I want. Yeah. But now telling me I have ulcers was something new to my ears. And anyway, I think you will see the photo of the other Angus and this Angus you're seeing today.
Yeah.
So when you see the other Angus, you really see Angus is good.
Yes.
And this Angus has now changed. So they told us that we had ulcers. Anyway, we took up the medicine. So on Saturday, because I did my test on Thursday, Saturday they gave me leave. Saturday, Sunday, Monday I vomited blood.
Wow.
So as any young person, obviously when you vomit blood, you have that fear of what's up, what's going on.
Yes.
I personally went to one hospital around the city, did a CT scan, and I found I had tumors within my stomach, my belly. Asked the doctor why. The doctor told me we cannot rule out on what it is, not until we go for further tests.
Wow.
Yeah. But obviously, as any other person has gone to school, I mean, I've gone to good schools.
Yes.
I've been to Chambogo, one of my best universities.
Yes.
I got my papers read, realized that what I was carrying in with my body could be cancerous because I read. Yeah. I'm this guy who moves with my laptop and my phone is always on internet. I read and read. I think it was my first time to cry.
Wow.
I realized I had a mass, one of the masses that were in my body, one was cancerous, though the doctor didn't want to open up now. Because with cancer, when you get to know you you have cancer, then they tell you to do what they call a biopsy. So the doctor advised us to go and meet the best oncologist in the country, which we did as family, obviously. By God's grace, I must say, we met the doctor. They did what they call palpating, and the doctor told us the same.
Yeah.
Young man, this could be a heavy blow on your life, but yeah, you have to take it on.
Oh.
I remember sitting with my doctor alone as a person. We shared for maybe 30 minutes. Yeah, because I'm so inquisitive personally. I had to inquire, so am I dying soon? It's like, no, wait. Do what we call the biopsy, because the biopsy, when they do the biopsy, so when you come to know, am I cancerous or not? Yeah. So I did my first biopsy, and the results came out. Within 2 weeks, I had my first results of, young man, you know what, you're cancerous, and what happens is that it was, I don't know what I can say, but yeah, it was that one hard thing in life to take in as a young person, knowing that you're cancerous. But I thank God for He has kept me brave in my journey, because I saw my sisters cracking down. I saw my mother cracking down.
Yes. I know it can be very, very hard for
24,
family to take that in. 24. And what surprises me is how you're able to keep that smile through the pain.
I don't know. Everyone is surprised why I smile, but I wrote something today that out of my pain, I want to plan healings.
Wow.
In my country and Africa as well. And obviously, yeah, I know I have a lot of pain. I think when I came back, it's when I wrote a quote saying that cancer pain does not know this is a liberation day, does not know this is a public holiday, neither does it really know it's a party day, it's a weekend like today.
Even though you said it communicates, sometimes it doesn't communicate when it's going to come. Like for example, I understand there are numerous projects that you're working on. By the time you fell sick, what are some of the projects that you're carrying on, and had you started those projects?
One, to me, I think I've grown up. I think God has blessed me with this heart of giving back. I'm this person that if I have this little money, I would want to really share with you as my friend. I don't want to see someone in pain. Yes, I'm in pain. If you went to the Cancer Institute, they now call me Bishop because of a few things that I've started up there, praying. I've started up what we call a cancer fellowship, whereby all the cancer patients, we meet up, pray together, speak about the pain we have.
Wow.
Get to know, okay, how was it last night? I think I'm this person who wants to see other people well. That's why I started Gonza Youth Impact Uganda with my friends. Because a lot of girls were getting pregnant, and it seemed it was nice. I come from the cattle corridor, whereby when one has the hips and she has gone to school, after P7 we feel it's nice to marry them off.
Wow.
I remember standing out and stopping some wedding in some district with some policemen, and I was behind that. Then people said it was wrong, but in normal sense, when you see some young girl going into a family at 13, 14, what do you expect? So to me, I wish we would all be at peace. That's my wish.
Wow.
So even in my pain, why I give a smile is, one, I'm the only born of my father and mother. Now, I usually look at my mother, if I don't give her smile now, then when? If I do not give her smile now, then when?
I know.
Yeah, there are moments when I cannot smile when I'm in that total pain. Like, yeah, I've been in Mlago, I think from now, the last 2 weeks I was bedridden, and yeah, people would come in, I smile, but it's what I want. I don't want people to see my pain. Even in my pain, I do not want usually people to realize that I have that pain.
Wow.
But I feel this pain should now play big more achievements, because it's in my pain that I've come to learn, oh, you mean there are more young people dying.
Did you find many people at Mulago who are also suffering from cancer?
We have a lot of young people. But I must say everyone is a cancer candidate. I've come to realize, I've met young girls, young boys with leukemia, and you're wondering, yes, I'm 24, what of someone who is 19? And people do not want to come out and speak about this. At one point, you're going to come to this pain that no man knows. You know, I had pain, I still have pain, that even my mother or my best sister, Catherine, can stop. Not my best auntie, Canon, can stop. Not my mother. Not even doctors at some point can stop my pain. I remember in November when I was flying out, I left the hospital, I left the car with a cannula like the way I am, bought in a plane.
Wow.
And I had still to get on a cannula because they wanted to stop my pain, but they couldn't. And then this is pain that, I don't know how I can explain the cancer pain, I really don't know. But I choose my smile that there are those cancers we can prevent. With Ewing sarcoma, the one I'm battling with, being new.
Yeah, you told me you're the first person to get that cancer in Uganda.
Being new. And with Ewing, it's so tricky. It's not like breast cancer that you can at least treat early. It's not like
but still,
cancer.
How are you coping? You see, it's hard. At least if you're having a cancer that someone has suffered from, you have information to relate to. You have people to talk to, and they can explain to you how they were able to manage, for example, the pain. At the same time, at least the doctors have been able to treat the same cancer before, and they can relate and know what to do.
No, with the doctors here, one thing I thank our country and thank God is that our doctors are good.
Wow.
I must say, I've seen nurses come to my room to make sure that I'm okay. Yeah, even when things don't go as we expect. But I see them trying, like, you see Nurse Peace, Nurse Grace getting there, the doctors of Kuku, trying to save your life and other lives, yeah.
Yes.
Even when you have a unique cancer, they're trying their best. What do we do? How do we do this? And you know you're speaking to them, this is how I feel. They're spending all those nights seeing you, checking on your oxygen. I've really seen they can. And I think I choose to speak because I wouldn't want any other young person to come into the school I'm in.
Yes.
Because it's the worst place one can never be in. Cancer is the worst place one can never be in. We just hear Mulago Cancer Institute and feel here Mulago Cancer Institute, but indeed it's an institute. How I wish everyone can never come there.
How are you coping now, and how do you feel?
I must say I'm not fine. I don't feel good. Obviously having cancer, living with cancer is not good. That's the truth. Yeah. Because pain will never stop, that's the truth.
Yeah.
Pain will never stop. You will stay in that pain and you cannot explain the pain. Coping up is I choose to. I choose to meet my friends. I choose to write because I don't want you to come to what I am in.
Yeah.
You know, I now tell my friends, Negwe, you're smoking. Hey, you're smoking. I'm not saying you're smoking.
Now the friends who are out there doing shisha, doing too much alcohol, this episode is for you. And when we come in the second segment, we're going to be having the doctor to be able to delve into this discussion, understand what are the main causes of different cancers, and what are those cancers that you can suffer from, and how can you prevent that. We'll be right back with the doctor, and we'll still be having Angus to take us through his experience. Welcome back. You're still watching Youth of Purpose, and my name is Ivan Tumukonde. We're still picking from non-communicable diseases, call them lifestyle diseases, and our focus today is on cancer. As I told you when we were breaking, I told you we're going to be coming with a doctor who is going to be helping us to understand more about cancer and how we can be able to avoid or prevent it, and check our lifestyle. What are you doing that could be the cause of you getting cancer? Dr. Francis Shah Rubanga-Kene, welcome to Youth of Purpose.
Thank you very much for having me. I also want to say thank you to the viewers for tuning in for this program, especially one which is focused about our health. I'm glad to be here.
Kindly paint for us a picture for the prevalence of cancer amongst the young people.
Right now, cancer, ideally we have not grouped right now as young or old people, but we have cancer affecting every single age bracket, right from infants up to very elderly people. And so I'll just give a general cancer burden analysis on Uganda. Right now, as we speak, we have 65,000 people getting cervical cancer annually in Uganda. 65,000. That's not even exact number, approximately. Then out of that 65,000, about 6,500 get every year, while about 4,500 do die annually out of cervical cancer. Prostate cancer, we are at a rate of incidence of about 37.1 out of every 100,000 people in Uganda get prostate cancer. Another source says that 65 people out of the 100,000 get prostate cancer. Then we have breast cancer also, which has a high burden rate among people. Right now, cancer is literally ranking among the 5 leading causes of death in Uganda. And with that, we are seeing that cancer is on the rise. Every single year, cancer keeps rising. The incidences keep rising. And so the burden is becoming a public health matter. We are seeing scenarios where right now the number of Ugandans who know that cancer exists, just knowing that cancer exists, is right now just 5% of the 45 million.
Only 5%
Yes.
of the 45 million
Yes.
know that cancer exists.
Yes. Now, that is not even understanding clearly what cancer is. You get? And this is due because, this is majorly because they have either interacted with cancer because a relative had cancer or because they themselves had cancer. You get? So ideally, the knowledge on what cancer is, the risk factors and the various other aspects of cancer is very low. You get? So that's why the total number of people who die out of cancer, who develop cancer, it's also not known. The exact number is also not known. Trickling down to people dying from home, we're having no regional registries where we register cancer cases. We only have one national cancer institute. So you realize that a great deal of number of cancer patients go unnoticed. You get? So the statistics we're speaking about are the ones that we've captured. But outside there, it's still very high, unknown. You get? Yeah.
You say only 5% of the population, Ugandan population, know about cancer. What is cancer?
Cancer is a situation where the body starts producing cells, or the cells of the body start to divide faster than they die. They divide and grow faster than they die. And these cells are not normal cells. They're abnormal cells. It's like, I want to give an example that you see your hair are made up of cells also. Your nose is made up of cells. Your lips and everything. Now imagine the nature of the cell of your nose changes to another cell. Instead of being flat, it becomes spherical in nature. So you see, the nose will not be formed in the way. Yes. Now, these cells again start to multiply a lot, and then they have the capacity to evade other nearer structures. That's why they say cancer multiplies in the body. So ideally, it's just that. And for viewers who may not know what a cell is a building block of a body. It's like when you're going to build a wall, and when you're building a wall, you have bricks. You get it? To form a wall, you put bricks together. That's how cells are. You put one cell, 100 make a wall. 100 bricks to make a wall. The same as 100 cells can make a tissue and make an organ like a liver. Or thousands of cells make a liver. You get? So cells make organs, tissues, and all that. And your entire being is made up of cells. So that's, now imagine those blocks begin to change shape and start to multiply in your body. You get? And evade other, instead of the right wing of the wall, it's now evading the other southern or left wing also. You get? That's how cancer is. Yeah.
Is cancer a lifestyle disease?
We can't say cancer is a lifestyle disease necessarily, but lifestyle is a big risk factor to developing cancer. You get? Because there are people who have developed cancer purely based on genetical, not because of their behaviors. You get it? Not because of how they live. But there are people who have developed cancer because of their characters and their lifestyle. Yes.
What are some of the things that we do, or call it lifestyle, that can cause cancer? We've seen at most times today in bars, it's kind of class for someone to smoke, for example, shisha. Today, young people do, cherish doing alcohol like nothing. What are some of those lifestyles that we can look at?
So instead of talking about the lifestyle, I'll just explain generally cancer risk factors, then connect them to some of the few things people do. So like your lung has lung cancer, heart, the skin cancer, you get the breast cancer. Now, all these various